Hello, parents and scholars. If you are here, you have already completed the online registration through Phoenix City Schools enrollment. Let's take a look at this link to make sure you have done this step first. Now, I will guide you through on how to upload the required documents for Ridgecrest by using this form site. This form should only be completed by the parent or guardian that is legally responsible for the student being enrolled with Phoenix City Schools. If you have any questions concerning this process, please contact the school's office. All right, let's begin. The form is fairly simple. We have some areas highlighted by red star, red asterisk, in which those areas are required. You'll first start off by typing in your student's first and last name. You'll identify what the grade level of that student um, for this upcoming school year. Then you will let us know whether or not your student is new or returning to Phoenix City Schools for this upcoming school year. The parent or guardian will type their first and last name and also include an email address in which this email should be frequently checked because this information will be communicated to your child's teacher. So we need a email address that you constantly check. Now, if your student is new to Phoenix City Schools, which means they did not attend a school within Phoenix City School District last year, here are the required documents for enrollment for, for those students. Birth certificate, social security card, parent identification, Alabama vaccination record, previous school proof of enrollment, proof of residency, and your proof of residency, the address must be in the district unless the proof request for transfer has been obtained from the Phoenix City Board of Education. Now, if you don't know which school your child should attend or your child is zoned for, we have included a link, EduLog link here, on which you can just type in your address, the grade, and from your address, it will let you know which school your child should enroll at. And for those students who need to do a request for transfer, for those parents who need to do a request for transfer for their child, have also included a link for that. Now, for those students who are new to Phoenix City Schools, the document upload section, this section, you will scan, have these files already on your computer. When you get to this section, you can just choose the file in which you want to upload. If you need to upload medical documentation, for example, you'll click that. If no, you'll click no, and that section doesn't give you a link or file to attach. But if you click yes, it attaches a section for you to attach a file pops up. So you'll just, like I said, find that file on your hard drive on your computer, just attach it and upload it from that point. Do you need to upload guardianship documentation? Yes or no. If it's no, go on to the next section. If yes, same thing applies. Choose your file, upload that file. Social security card. Notice it does not have a drop down box for yes or no, because this section is required for every new student being enrolled in Phoenix City schools. So you have to scan your child's social security card, upload it. Same thing with your birth certificate, the Alabama vaccination shot records, proof of residency, um, a, a power bill, a lease, mortgage. That's where you'll upload that information. Photo ID of the guardian parent, driver's license, military ID, etc. Previous schools, proof of enrollment and withdrawal. We have to know that that student has already been withdrew or has withdrawn from his or her previous school. Whether or not your child has been identified as having that 504, received SPED services, gifted records. Now, this section is not required, but if you want to upload that information so we have it on file to help that process, that'll be excellent. Now, if your student is a returning student to Phoenix City Schools, here are the required documents um, for those students. Just updated Alabama shop records if the current is expired. Notifications will be sent via email and phone messages for those in need. So we will contact you as well. The student must have this in order to physically attend classes. So really need to know whether or not the shop records are current, because if they're not current, they have to be current before they can attend classes. We also need a proof of residency, and the address must be within the district unless it's approved with the request for transfer. And also on your proof of residency, the guardian who is enrolling the student, so the name has to match. So whoever is enrolling the child, the proof of residency um, name has to be on that documentation, and that has to be within the last 60 days. Mhm. So here's your document upload section, similar to those who are new to Phoenix City Schools. Notice that we do have some sections that's required. Do you need to upload medical documentation? Yes or no? If yes, this would be the area to do that. Make sure you have that file saved on your hard drive. Just choose the file. Then you will upload that file, that form here in this section. Do you need to upload guardianship documentation? Same thing here. If anything has been updated, um, this information is required. Shop workers, same thing. If you need to update and upload your child shop records, scan it, make sure it's on your hard drive on your computer, and just upload that information. And also whether or not you moved within the past year. You may have moved and you're still within the district and within still zone for our school. That's fine, but we need to know whether or not you moved within the past year. All right. Transportation information is the same for a new or returning student. Please fill out this information um, for transportation. It's required for everyone. Teachers will use this sheet to dismiss the students at the end of the school day unless a written note is sent with your child. So if you want your child to go home a different way, we have to have a written note saying so. Transportation, this is very important. Transportation cannot be made by phone for any reasons. So it has to be a written note. And we have included how your child is going to be getting home during this first week of school, first day, whether or not your child is going to be a car rider. And if so, you just include the person that's picking him or her up. If your child is going to be a daycare rider, you need the name of the daycare. If your child is going to be a bus rider, please include the address to make sure we're putting your child on the correct bus. And you're going to do that for Monday of August 17th, Tuesday the 18th, Wednesday the 19th, Thursday the 20th. And we also included for the remainder of the school year, how do you prefer your child to get home, whether or not it's a car rider, daycare van, or bus rider. Include that information here as well. And once again, this is a required section. All right, the next section that we will get to is the Title I School Compact. We do have a link for our Title I Title I Parent Compact. Please look over that. And once you have completed this section here, the next step is just to sign. And you can do that with your mouse. Just use your mouse as a writing tool. You will sign, and also your child or the student will also sign as well. Just have them to do the best that they can. We know that we may have some kindergartens that just, using a mouse may not be the easiest thing for them to do, but just help them out the best that you know how. And at this point, you would just hit submit, and you have completed the Ridgecrest registration form. And once again, if you have any questions concerning this step or this process, please contact the school.